Hello everyone. So in this video, I am going to explain about schema drift in source transformation. So in my previous video, I already explained source type in source transformation, and now in this video, I have to explain about schema drift. Okay, and then one by one, I will cover everything. So what is the schema drift first? Let me come here and explain with my notes. Okay. Yeah, schema drift. Schema drift is the, where is that? Sorry. I am a bit fast. Just a minute. Yeah, schema drift is the case where our source often change a metadata, either field, column, and types can be added, removed, or changed on fly. Okay, so this is the case. Now just assume we have a source where it is happening really every time some columns are getting changed, sometimes some columns are getting added, and sometimes some columns are getting removed. Okay, so how to handle this kind of scenario? So let's come to the Synapse or Azure Data Factory source setting. Okay, so in this my source is Azure SQL database. Okay, and let me tell you which table I am using. I am using a table name new table. Okay, now let's see the structure of this table now. Okay, select where is the select query? Yeah, so now this is the structure of my table. Okay, so let's come here, source, come to the data preview, and see here. So ID, name, department, salary, manager ID, and at the source also we have same. Okay, now let's go with the case one when we don't have a schema drift. Okay, we are going with a regular one without schema drift. Okay, so in the projection, schema option, remove allow schema drift and click on validate schema. Okay, now I clicked on validate schema. So let's click on import schema. So what happened if I click on import schema? It is importing the latest schema. Okay, and so this is our latest schema, and I selected validate schema. Okay, not allow schema drift. So when I select validate schema, what will happen if I don't import schema every time, or if I don't import schema, then whatever existing schema is displaying here, the source transformation will try to get data from these five columns only. Okay, now come to the data preview, refresh here. We will have only this five column. Okay, so just keep remember, now we are working on validate schema. So we will see how does it work with the validate schema, then we will go with, and the validate schema is the regular one or common one. Okay, if we don't select anything, it default is validate schema. So in the validate schema, what happen if we have any changes at the source, it won't change here. Okay, now we'll see. Let's add something. Okay, let's add one more column. Okay, and run this. Okay, now select. So here we can see one new column added. Now we are with validate schema, so after refreshing, new column should not be added here. Okay, so we can see only one mane id is there. The new column did not populate. Okay, because we are working with validate schema. But instead of validate schema, if we work with allow schema drift, what happened? when we refresh, when we make any changes at the source and refresh here, we can see those changes without doing any extra effort. Okay, without importing a schema. Now in the validate schema, if we have to get a new column, or if we have to get the column at the whatever at the source label, we need to click on import schema every time whenever we have a change at source label and we have opted for a validate schema. Then whenever we have some change at source, we need to click on import schema. But this is not a good practice, because just assume our ATL runs 5 time 10 time in a day, and every time we have some change at the source level. So in this case, we cannot open a pipeline and every time we can click on import schema. So when we have frequently, like when our source is changing frequently, then the best option is this allow schema drift. Okay, so if I click on import schema, the new column we can see here. So every time we cannot do import schema. This is not good practice. Okay, so to avoid this, we will use this allow schema drift. Okay, to avoid this situation. So if I click on allow schema drift, then I don't need to click on import schema every time. Whenever this data flow executes, it will pick whatever a new schema at the source. Okay, now I applied come to the data preview. Let's come here and make some changes, and we'll see without importing we will have new changes. Again, alter table, let's add another column, department ID. Okay, so now it's added. So let's select this. So we can see a new column is detected. Okay, now here without click on import schema, we don't need to click on import schema. When we just need to refresh, and we can see the new column. This is how it works, like allow schema drift. So we don't need to make any changes. Whatever change happen at the source, in allow schema drift, we can see the new column. Okay, so whatever changes happen at the source, and we have selected allow schema drift, then it pick that change without doing any extra effort. Okay, but when we choose validate schema, then to get the new changes, we need to open projection and we need to click on import schema. So this is not good practice, because if our source gets changed frequently and our ETL runs multiple time, even one time also, it's not good practice to open the pipeline and click on import schema. Okay, so the best option is go with allow schema drift. Okay, now let's see again. Now this time let's work on a drop. Okay, now let's drop this. Okay, now we dropped. Okay, and let's see the select star from new table. We can see the man ID got dropped. Now now again we are with let's see the option I forgot, allow schema drift. Okay, so new column should be dropped automatically without doing anything. So we can see hold on, let's refresh one more time. It takes, sometimes it takes time. Hold on, mane ID. Okay, what we drop here, did it complete it? Alter table projection. Oh, we need to clear a schema, sorry. No, every time we don't need to clear a schema. Like when we choose this option, that time only we have to click on clear schema, because we don't need a schema. Okay, because we don't need schema. The schema is creating automatically at runtime when data flow executes. So when we choose allow schema drift, no need to keep schema, just click on go with clear schema. Okay, or sometimes it takes time to refresh. Maybe might be some delay. Let's see. Yes, we can see that got disappeared. Okay, that mane id got disappeared. Okay, now again come to the projection. Now we don't have we have not selected any import schema. Okay, we don't have any schema. Let's drop one more column. Okay, so I dropped one more column. Now come to data preview. So now if I refresh, the column should be disappear, that depth id. Why it is not disappearing? Clear schema. Yeah, so it got disappear. Next is let's select again this projection option, schema option, validate schema. Okay, so it is mandatory when we select a validate schema to import schema. If we don't click on import schema and we have selected validate schema, then what happen? It throw error while executing. So this is the mandatory step. When we select a validate schema, we have to click on import schema. Okay, now we have salary and manager id. So I am going to drop manager id. Okay, let's run this. Manager id got dropped. Now automatically it does not pick the schema until we click on import schema. Click on data preview. So forcefully it is trying to get a manager id. Now we can see the error. At source, missing column manager ID. The column in source configuration cannot be found in source data schema. So what happen if we select validate schema and anything missing at the source, then it throw error. If anything new or extra column or newly added column at the source, it does not pick the new column. Okay, but when we go with allow schema drift, then anything is missing, it will drop at the source and ETL or can say data flow run successfully. If anything newly added, it add a new column in the source transformation. So this is how schema drift work at source. Now after source, we have a transformation, then we have a sync. So if a new column is getting added or some column is getting removed, then we have to manage those things at source level, as sorry, at transformation as well as at sync also. Now how to set schema drift at transformation and how to set schema drift at sync, I will cover in another video. Thank you.